Amen, and welcome. Today I'm going to speak to you on a subject that is very dear to my heart. It is on God's creatures and animal ethics. Now I believe that every pet that I've ever owned has come into my life at a perfect time and for a particular reason. And I wouldn't even know the reason yet, but then I would have a new companion. I also thought it was an honor that they picked me to be their caretaker. I can't express the love I feel for God's creatures, nor the depth of sorrow that I feel for abused, abandoned, and forgotten animals. I don't understand the cruelty of people and their belief that they're just animals. Nothing God created is just. Now, it might seem odd that of all the subjects in this course, a course on relationships and ethics, that I would choose God's creatures. When homosexuality and abortion are in such the face of the nation today, I debated about talking about teamwork in marriage, but I couldn't shake this particular subject. And as I was putting this together, I was continually interrupted by our family's latest found pet. This is Dutch. Now, when he came to live with us, he was 7 weeks old. He was lost or dumped in a hot parking lot in a grocery store in Texas in August. And if you know anything about the temperature here, you know that he would not have been long for this world. We watched him that morning almost get hit by a car, and then he ran under our car. And as we were trying to coax this scared kitten out from underneath it, he got even more scared and ran into our wheel well. So we had to crawl under on hot pavement, fighting a hot muffler, to get this baby out of our wheel well. And we did. And when we got him home, we promised him that he would never hurt like that again, that we would take very good care of him. Now, he lives in a house with another cat, not pictured, a Chiweenie, Lola, and a pit bull. And when I look at them, I am in awe of how God created dogs and cats, and how he created the different creatures on the earth. When we lost our American Bulldog, I went through the Bible and I underlined all the scriptures relating to the animals to comfort myself. Now in Genesis 1:24-25, it said, Let the land produce living creatures according to their kind, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind. And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kind, the livestock according to their kind, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kind. And God saw that it was good. When God created animals, he saw that it was good. In Job, God speaks of different birds and animals, but his descriptions is what stands out most to me. The first verse speaks of wild goats and deers giving birth. God is aware of when his creatures have their babies and when the young leave and never return. God asked Job, "Do you observe?" Which leads me to believe that God does. God does observe. Verse 5-8 speaks of the wild donkey. And God knows what it likes and what it doesn't like. God says it scorns the noise and confusing of the city. In verses 9-12, he talks of the wild ox and its strength. In verse 13-18, God compares the ostrich to the stork. But then he tells how he did not give her wisdom and no understanding. Verses 19-20, God talks about the majestic and beautiful horse. Like poetry, he talks of the flowing mane and the leaping ability and compares it to the locust's strength. How unafraid it is to run into battle with fierceness and rage, and how it swallows up the ground. In verse 26-30, he describes the hawk and its piercing eyes and how it nests on high in the crags of the cliffs. I would use the same passion to describe my grandchildren. I would talk of their strength, their grace, their beauty, and intelligence, because I love them more than the word love can depict. It is obvious God loves his creatures. He created them right before man. The second most important aspect of God's creation. So shouldn't we make them one of the most important things for us to care for, other than our neighbor? God puts a high value on his creatures. So shouldn't we? I'm going to leave you with this. Proverbs 12:10. Whoever is righteous has regards for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. Pets are a gift from God, and they should be treated with love and respect. Thank you very much.